Hello, everyone. Welcome to my fall live show. This is going to be my last live show on Facebook for the whole year. So I'm so glad to have you here. And hello to anyone who is watching on YouTube as well. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see everything. Just going to adjust some colors here. There we go. Yeah, I'm so glad to have you here. For those of you just tuning in, I am Kelly Morgan of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. This is my 20th year in business, which is incredible. 2 decades of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. I founded my company in 2005, and I trained in Florence, Italy with a master goldsmith there and a Cherokee medicine man to create the very unique blend of Art Nouveau and storytelling jewelry that I make. So everything is completely handmade by me with a little jeweler saw from precious metals. I use solid sterling and solid 18 karat and 22 karat gold for all of my pieces. So I'm so glad to have you all here. Please comment during the show if this is your first show with me. I'm going to be walking you through about 30 necklaces. I will show them on 3 different trays and talking a little bit about each one. I'll tell a little bit about their story. I'll show a video of them in the natural light, and then I will mention their price, at which point you can then say sold, whatever the name of the piece is. So if I'm talking about our Great Blue Heron here, which I will shortly start, and I say the price, I say the price, you can then say sold heron, but please don't say sold before I say the price, since I know there are a couple of pieces here that a few people have their eye on. So hopefully it won't get too crazy. But yeah, let me know at any time if you have any questions. Please comment. I love knowing that I'm not just talking to an empty room. So yes, please let me know what you think of things, if you have suggestions. Yeah, I just love hearing from you guys. And this is great because unlike an in-person show where I can only spend about 5 minutes with people, I can now spend an hour and a half talking with you and conversing and going back and forth and getting into details, which is always a lot of fun. So Christian is our tech guy. He will be in the background, helping, probably posting some comments and checking if anything goes wrong with tech. But because he hasn't said anything, I'm going to assume that everything looks good. So, okay, good. All right, I'm just checking everything here. All right, well, without further ado, let's get started. I will show you the 3 trays that we have available tonight. And I will show the trays more than once, so you will get a chance to see the pieces several times and see what you might have your eye on. I do have a lot of new animal pieces for this show, so if that is your jam, I am really excited about some of the new animals I have, especially in the first tray. And then I do have a couple of really new goddesses that I think are really cool. So, and of course, some show special pricing. Let me move my price list where I can see it. So I do have some really good specials tonight too. All right, so I'm going to roll out the trays, starting with our first tray. We have the panther, the great blue heron, the unicorn sun, the amber scarab, the flower mouse, Melona, the Grecian goddess of bees and honey, the koi fish pond, the twilight cat, the sacred key, and Vivain, the high priestess of Avalon. And then tray 2, we have Snow White and the Evil Queen, a new set that I finished. The Dancer, the goddess of dance, the Rabbit, the Cosmic Sun and Moon, Lady Liberty, Freya, the Norse goddess of magic, love, and beauty, the Golden Bee, the Tall Ship of Adventure, and the Bluebell Fairy. And then for tray 3, we have Yamaya, the African goddess of the ocean, Calliope, the goddess of epic poetry, Isis, the Egyptian goddess of magic, love, and beauty, and creation as well, the Cosmic Whale, the golden tiger, Artemis, the goddess of animals, the mirror unicorns, medicine woman, the last unicorn, and Brigid, the Celtic goddess of spring, renewal, and artisans, actually. So she is one of my goddesses as well. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start us off with our silver panther here. And this piece is on a beautiful labradorite with kind of I was envisioning it as like the jungle around him. And then let me zoom in here. He is actually completely engraved with little fur texture and his golden flowers. And then on the back, we have this beautiful labradorite with it's got blues and golds primarily, so it's sort of like a multi-tone, like a little bit of a sunset in the jungle at night behind our panther. And the story behind the panther is inner strength. So the panther is all about tapping into your own potential, your own strength, anything that motivates you and sort of lights your inner fire. That is our panther energy. And I do have a video I will try him on and find our panther video. Here he is out in the sun with that beautiful kind of, golden blue labradorite. We'll see it sparkle in the sun. I just took that video this afternoon, so it's kind of a cloudy day, but you can still see the flash on the labradorite. And here is our panther, as always, beaded to 19 inches on these beautiful, very sparkly little labradorites. These are a little bit smaller than I've used before, but they're super, super sparkly, which I thought fit really nicely. And we do have a show special for our first piece, the panther. This one would normally be $1,600, but tonight he is $1,400 with layaway at $467. And then he normally comes with a sterling silver chain, but if you would like to upgrade to the labradorite, any chain upgrade is always going to be $125 if you want to add a little bit of gemstone sparkle. But I do think he would look quite nice on a sterling silver chain. Okay, let me just make sure everything's working. Great. Okay, perfect. All right, next up we have our Great Blue Heron. This is a new piece of mine, and this one is on, I'm going to zoom in here, this gorgeous piece of moss agate, which really just reminded me of like a marsh or sort of a wetlands that the heron is walking on with our little cattails in the background. And the heron symbolizes overcoming any difficulties in life. It's the heron is sort of about like your internal gifts and how you can rise to meet the obstacles or challenges in your life, which I really like. It's about remembering your own internal gifts and what you bring to the world. And then this piece is on these really unique beads. I think I haven't found that. I just found them at my last gem fair, and I think they're a type of blue tourmaline, but I thought they matched so well with the beautiful moss agate there, and I love the gradient color. I would normally pair this with moss agate, but these ones just had like this beautiful depth of color. Oops. He's getting out of focus. There we go. And I will find his video while I try him on. Let's see. Here's the heron out in the sunlight there. And I do have a show special for the heron. He would normally be $1,990, which does include the beaded chain for him. But tonight he is going to be $1,800 with his layaway at $450. For our heron there. And let me try him on so you can see his length. There he is with those really pretty blue tourmaline beads. I really love that. And I do know there is somebody who was really interested in our heron, so we'll give them a moment. I do have a bit of a lag, so we'll give them a moment to see if they have logged on and can claim the heron. But I don't see anything. Oh, I don't know if I'm seeing Facebook comments. Oh, shoot. This happened last time. I'm like, why is Facebook
Okay.
So quiet.
Yep. Well, you have a ton of
Okay.
comments.
Sorry,
I'll
guys.
get that
I'm
for
like,
you.
why is
So Nancy
Facebook
just
so
bought it.
quiet? Okay. So I hear there was a sold heron. Oh, Mary is going to be sad. That's why you got to be on it, Nancy. Yay. I'm so excited. This is a really beautiful one. And I think you'll really love the beading
Oh,
too.
here we go. Look.
So, oh, great. Okay. Yay.
I don't
There's
know why the
people.
pop-out things wasn't working.
Okay. I was like, why is Facebook so quiet?
Oh,
Well,
Charlotte was over on...
no, says Charlotte. Charlotte, I thought you wanted ISIS. Okay, hold
So
on.
Nancy got it.
Okay, sorry guys. I'm just gonna scroll back. Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, everybody's on. I was like, I'm all here by myself. So anyway. Okay, there's a few sad people about the heron. This is good news because this will tell me that I need to make another one. It will have a different stone because this was my last kind of moss agate marshy stone. But let me know if there's any colors you guys would like to see the next heron in, and I will definitely make another one since it's been super popular. But thank you, Nancy. I did see you. The heron is officially yours, and if you can go to my website, kellymorgan.com/thank-you, and fill out the form, Christian will get you either your invoice over tonight, depending on if you're paying in full or layaway, or I will get it to you by the end of the night. So yay, thank you, Nancy. First art patron of the night. Can we get a round of applause? So I'm excited that it is going to a new home. I love doing these little animal ones because I know you guys love them so much. So okay, hopefully I can see Carrie. Yes, I do see your comments now. 5 minutes too late. I can see everyone. So yay. I'm glad you guys are actually talking. That's great. And then there are also people on YouTube as well. So and likewise YouTube, there are people on Facebook. So if you see me say like, yay, sold, but you don't see it, it might be on the other platform. And I will just go by whoever makes the comment first. If there is any platform tension. So we'll see. Okay, I'm going to move on to our unicorn sun. This was a design I started making this year that has been super, super popular because I love making unicorns. And to me, they always symbolize just this wonderful childlike sense of joy and wonder. Like if there's anything that ever you remember just like bringing you joy and opening your heart as a child, it was unicorns for me. And let's see, that's getting a little dark. How do I just move it? No,
nope. So
not
we
that.
click on
We
that,
click on that.
and now you can turn.
Now I can turn it lighter,
So
which is
lighter is that way.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. That's lighter.
Sorry, guys. Why is it so dark?
Make it go a tiny bit lighter. I don't know why.
That's weird. I'll bet I have to turn it back down.
I bet you're right.
Okay. Anyway. So do I need to refresh Facebook comments or are they supposed to be?
They're working.
They're working. Okay.
I don't know why
Okay.
that is covered, but
I think she replied to her comments.
Yes.
So great. Okay. Good. Yes. So our unicorn sun. So to me, unicorns are just reminding us of all of that beautiful sort of childlike joy that we still have inside of us and hopefully can still awaken. The unicorn is rearing above a golden sun, and the sun is 18 karat gold with the face of the sun being 24 karat gold, and it's actually slightly chased out. So it's got a little bit of a three-dimensional curve to it to make it like a little tiny sculpture. And this is a gorgeous piece of petrified opalized wood, if you can believe it, that I found a little while ago. And it's basically like part opal and part wood, which is crazy. And of course, billions of years old. But I love the dramatic stone, and I thought it was perfect with the colors of the sun and the unicorn there. So I will try this one on while I play. Oops, that's the bee video, guys. Sorry, it's early. Where's the unicorn sun? I clicked on it. There it is. Here's our unicorn sun out in the sun. I did take a lot of these today, and it was kind of cloudy, so I'm not I'm not super impressed with how they're coming out on the videos. I feel like they're a lot more vibrant in real life. But I will try it on for you. This one is on a beaded chrysocolla chain to match those beautiful colors of the opalized wood. There is our unicorn. I do have a show special. This one is normally $3,200 due to all the gold and complexity, but tonight it will be $2,950 with the layaway at $492, which does include the chain for our beautiful unicorn sun. I think this is one of my favorite designs I've come up with this year because it's just got this. I don't know. I love I love unicorns. You guys know I do. I think I actually have like 3 unicorns in this particular show. So there's 2 more coming at the end. Okay, that was our unicorn. And then next up, we're going to do the scarab. This one is a totally new design. And of course, now it is too bright. That's what I thought. For some reason, the unicorn makes it go a little bit darker on the screen. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, that is our Amber Scarab. And for any of you who have been following me for a long time, you know I'm a little bit obsessed with Egyptology. So in Egypt, the scarabs were symbols of renewal and eternal life because they would basically come back no matter what. And so they were one of their sacred symbols. And this one is made out of 18 karat gold with a piece of Baltic amber at the top. And this piece of amber I have had for probably all 20 years of my career. I did travel to the Baltic states when I was on tour with my choir. We hit Estonia and Sweden and Finland, and I bought a few pieces of amber while I was there since I knew that I was going to become a jeweler right after college. And so this one is actually from the Baltic states themselves. So it has that beautiful, distinctive orange crystallization of amber. And then I'll flip it over. It's just kind of a simple cutout scarab on the back. And then these beads I found recently at a gem fair that I thought just matched absolutely perfectly. They are hessonite garnets, which is a type of garnet that has a little bit more orange to it. And these ones actually have a gradient to them. So they remind me of opals in a way, but a little more amber toned, which I thought was perfect for the scarab beetle. I will try it on for you. Oh, hi, Chris. Yes, you're taking a break from Hobbit picnic prep making. Yes, I wanted to go to your Hobbit picnic, but I can't because I'll be out of town. I love Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit so very much. So you guys know. Also, a Lord of the Rings in addition to my Egyptology craze. All right, here's our scarab. This will be the smallest piece of tonight. Very delicate. And I do have a video out in the sun here. There's our scarab. And this one would normally be $1,990, but our show special for tonight is $1,700. And that does include the beautiful hessonite garnets, or of course you could go with a sterling silver chain if you'd prefer, but I do really love the gradiated garnets on this one. So that is our Egyptian scarab, one of my newest designs. And then, all right, so let me get out my next couple. Where is both cameras? Okay. And then next up, we have another new animal. We have our flower mouse here. This one is a brand new design. I will zoom in really quickly here. Our flower mouse is on a really unique blue jasper. This one has a gorgeous sort of, what would you call this blue? Like, it's not royal blue. It's like a, I'm trying to think of the actual tone for it, but I cannot. But it's a beautiful bright blue. And then we have a little bit of fur engraving on the mouse here to get his little textured fur. And he is holding on to a little group of bluebells there behind a golden sun. And that is a 24 karat gold sun that I did to create that really beautiful contrast with the blue there on lapis beading to match here. And the story behind the mouse is that basically even the smallest of acts can always make a difference. So our mouse reminds us to that even Actually, I think that's a great quote from from The Hobbit. Speaking of, where Gandalf says, "Even the smallest of people can make a difference." So the mouse reminds us to do our best in little acts of kindness every day. So I thought he was a super sweet little guy. I will try him on and find his video out in the sun. Here he is out in the sun, our little flower mouse. I do have a show special for him. He would normally be 1990, but tonight he is 1800, which does include the lapis chain as well. And layaway, what did I say? 1800 with the layaway at 450 for our little mouse friend. Here he is. Yeah, it was such a unique shaped stone that I wanted to put him on, and I found this little blue rectangle in my cabinet, and that's when I decided. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do him as a square instead of my classic oval shape that I usually do. So he's got a little bit of a unique shape there. Our little mouse friend. Sold mouse. Oh, yay, Rebecca. I'm so glad you're going to love this little guy for your animal collection. Oh, I'm happy. Jennifer will be sad. She's on a plane, but was like, I want the mouse if no one gets him. I'm like, ooh, I think the mouse is going to go. So yay. Round of applause for our patron of the arts, Rebecca. Thank you so much. I will have, oops, that's not right. I will have you go to my website, kellymorgan.com/thank you to fill out the form. And yeah, let me know if you would like the lapis chain or to put him on a sterling silver chain, but he does include the lapis chain as well. So yay, I'm so glad that our little mouse friend has had a home. This was a design I had a lot of fun with because he does break the barrier. I've been working more on pieces that sort of go beyond the stone and like break the classic barrier lately. So it's been a lot of fun for me to design them. So, oh, you loved him. Yes, I'm so glad. Yeah, I was like, I need to put the mouse in the preview because I feel like people are gonna really love a mouse. And I've done one before, but it was like a super teeny little one a long time ago. So yay, I'm so glad. Okay. Next up, we're going to move to a goddess. We've been focusing on all animals, but this one is a goddess with animals. So this one is Malona, who is the ancient Greek goddess of bees and honey. And I am slightly obsessed with the mythology of bees because they basically stand for, they are very hard workers, which as you guys know me, you know I'm a bit of a workaholic, which you have to be to be a full-time jeweler. But she is our goddess of bees and hard work, but also remembering the sweetness of life and to reap the rewards of hard work. So she is about keeping a balance between all of your hard work and still enjoying life, remembering to stop and smell the roses, basically. And otherwise, what is all that hard work for? So she is I like working with bee energy because it reminds me that I should sometimes take a break and enjoy life too. So she has her little 3-dimensional bee. He is also chased out, so you can see that he's got a very 3-dimensional look to him. He's got 24 karat gold. And then she has flowers in her hair. I put a little bit of extra floral on her shoulder there. And then check out this stone. This is amazing. I've been sitting on this stone for a long time. This is a beautiful flower agate in really gorgeous orange tones. And I've basically been saving it for like kind of an amber piece. And then I was thinking, oh, honey, it's perfect. Honey and bees. So it looks to me like flowers, like honey, perfect for her energy. And then her beading is also hessonite garnets, but these ones are all the amber tones, whereas the scarab ones were a little more gradiated with some of the lighter colors. I was just able to pick up both these hessonite garnets, and I really love them because I've been wanting them forever and ever and ever, and nobody ever has the amber tones. So they finally did, and I snatched them up. I get weird about my beading because I very much want to make the perfect color match to the stones. So it's like my palette. I need my good stones and I need my good beads. So there is Malona. Let me play her video, and she does have a show special. She would normally be 2,400, but tonight she is 2,200, and then her layaway is 550 with that gorgeous flower agate stone in the back there. I really love that. I don't think I've ever done like an orange brown piece before, so this is our first one, which is really fun. Oh, sold Malona Beekeeper. Yay, thank you, Jasper. I'm so glad she's going to a good home. I really love this piece, and her stone is really cool, so I think you will really love her. If you can go to my form, kellymorgan.com/thank you. It's basically just going to ask for your name, the piece you bought, and your address. So, oh, and if you want layaway or pay in full, so we can get your invoice over to you. So, yay. Thank you so much. Round of applause to our third art patron of the night. Thank you, Jasper. I'm glad that she is going to a wonderful home. Oh, and you get to choose if you would like her on the beaded chain or a sterling silver chain. You can always pick which one you want. So, okay. I'm glad we sold a goddess. Sometimes I feel like you guys only love me for my tiny animals. I'm like, I want to make goddesses too. So I want to make both. I have a nice range of them right now. So, okay. Next up is our koi pond. And let me zoom in here. This was a design I started making this year that has been insanely popular, and it's good because I love making it, and I keep finding these amazing like water themed stones in the back of my drawer. I keep thinking I'm out, and then I'll like find another one. And this one is a gorgeous this is what we call a gemstone chrysocolla. So normal chrysocolla is opaque. You can't see through it. And so this one, when they have a gemstone-like quality, you can see through it. It's translucent, which is wild. I don't get those too often. And then this one has like a couple little druzy pockets in it, like little crystal pockets, which are really beautiful. So yeah, this one just looks so much like water swimming behind it. And the story of the koi fish is that they symbolize determination. So legend has it in Chinese mythology that they had to swim upriver to spawn, and the journey got harder and harder, and more koi dropped off until the last one finally swam up the waterfall, and as a reward for his perseverance, the gods turned him into a dragon, which I thought was really cool. So here's our koi fish to symbolize determination and persistence in life, and never to give up on your dreams, which I really love. When I first started working in my business, I coined this term called passionate persistence, where basically anything I wanted, I would just like be persistent about. Like if there's a gallery I was pursuing, I would just like check in with them. Like once a month I'd call and be like, hey, how about carrying my pieces? And I was just like, shows I couldn't get into, I just apply again and again. And I am very good at passionate persistence, and I think it has gotten me a lot of the things that I love in my life. So it's a fun life lesson. So maybe this is one of my spirit animals too. Okay, let me play the koi video. Koi fish in the sun. You can see the beautiful golds with the contrast of the beautiful green and blue ponds. And then he has a light chrysocolla beading to match. So this one, I picked chrysocolla stones that were a tiny bit lighter to match that really like bright blue on the back there. We do have a show special for our koi pond. It would normally be 2,600, but tonight it is 24. And the layaway is 480, and then that includes the chrysocolla chain too, if you would like. And this one does have a little bit more gold on it because of all the lily pads and of course the lotus flower in the center. So that is our koi pond. And then next up, we have another Twilight cat. I have made one of these before since they proved very, very popular. My first long-haired cat that I have done. Let me zoom in here so you can actually see the engraving on our cat with that subtle fur texture. And then we have the two golden flowers. And this one is on a beautiful purple charoite stone, sort of like angel hair threading back here, which sort of looks a little bit like cat fur. I'm realizing now, the masses of cat fur that we all accumulate with our beloved long-haired cats. And to me, cats I consider them guardians and protector spirits, since in ancient Egypt, they were protector spirits of the underworld and the spirit world. I sort of think of them today as guardians of our hearts. So I always like to do one new cat piece a year, just celebrate our little wonderful companions. And this one is on rainbow black sapphires, which I thought matched the sort of dark purple tones on the charoite stone there. And I will try her on. Yeah, isn't it a cool purple stone? I really like this one. I do have I think I have the Bluebell Fairy tonight on another charoite stone, but it's a very bright purple, and this one is one of the only ones I've seen that's like a super dark purple, which I thought was really like moody and cool, which is why I call it the Twilight cat. So I like to keep those I like to keep it in sort of the dusk evening feelings. Okay, let's get our stone or a video out in the sun. Okay, here is our Twilight cat on the beautiful rainbow sapphires there. And then this one is normally $1,700, but tonight we are doing a show special of what? Did something? Uh-oh.
Hang on a second.
Hold on. Please hold.
Hang on. All right, so where's that video?
What happened?
Oh,
Twilight cat?
Yes, Twilight.
You're going to have to scroll down.
It's Twilight cat,
Scroll
Twilight
down.
cat.
Up, there you go.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Here.
JPEG look nice.
I will. Oops, no.
What happened? It looks fine on
no,
my end.
I know.
Something went wrong.
Yes. It didn't.
Oh, the sound.
Yes.
Oh no, I forgot to mute the sound.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's fix that.
Sorry, guys. Was that weird? Did it sound weird?
Yeah, there's you and I talking.
Oh, we're talking over the video. Great. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was the Twilight cat video. Who knows what I was saying? Let's get back to the pricing. Normally $1,700. Tonight it is $1,500. And it comes normally with a sterling silver chain. And if you want to upgrade to the black sapphires, those are $125. So again, normally $1,700. Tonight, $1,500 is the show special and $500 is the layaway. And then it comes with a sterling silver chain, or you can upgrade to the rainbow black sapphires for $125. And if anyone wants to see me like put any of the pieces on a sterling silver chain, just let me know, because I have one ready to go if you want to see the different options. So okay, last two pieces of tray one, and then we'll do a quick recap of the trays so people can see if they are joining anything that they missed. All right, back to both cameras. Okay, next up we have the Sacred Key, and then Vivienne, the High Priestess of Avalon, will be our next one. So the Sacred Key, this is all about opening doors, basically unlocking that which was locked, making our way through obstacles and barriers, basically by using our own inherent gifts. So I love keys. I've always been obsessed with them since I was little, and they are just such little symbols of magic to me. They just open portals and open hidden realms. And I have a little collection of a few old keys that I hang on to just because they feel like such symbols of opportunity and magic. So this is our ornate silver key with little golden flowers. Oh yes, that's right, Charlotte. You have a key too. I think you have my original key, and this is my second one. So I'm so glad. I love making them. And this one is on a beautiful jasper that actually fades from green into red, which I think I did use on the original key because I love this sort of, it reminds me of like the story, right? Like you're moving from one realm into another. So I thought it was super, super perfect for the key. I've been waiting to make a key for a couple of years until I had just the right stone. And then I saw that one and I was like, oh, it's perfect. And then here is, these are those blue tourmaline beads that were on the heron a little bit. Oops, doesn't want to focus. There we go. Yeah, you can see they're a little bit darker than the chrysocolla beads, which Vivain right here has, but I thought they were great because they have a really perfect color match to our jasper on the back there. All right, let me try this one on while I play its video. Sacred key. Yeah, you were like, is that my key? How did she get it back? I've never seen another gradiated stone like that before, but I feel like it was a sister stone to the one that your original key was on. I was like, oh, I have to have it. So there it is out in the wilds amongst the sun. Let me try it on. We do have a show special for our key. This would normally be 1600. But tonight it is 1400 with layaway at 476. And this one comes with a sterling silver chain. And then if you want to upgrade to the blue tourmaline, those are 125 for our gemstone beads there. So there is our very cool sacred key ready to unlock some hidden doors for us. All right, and then last but not least, we have Vivain, the High Priestess of Avalon, who will round out our first jewelry tray. And Vivain was the one that basically known as the Lady of the Lake who gave Excalibur to King Arthur. And she is shown here with her chalice of magic. She has flowers in her hair, her beautiful bodice. And then on the back, this is actually a chrysocolla, but it is blended with obsidian. So you get this beautiful sort of like dark, kind of reminds me of like the fog swirling over Avalon. And yeah, very magical stone. And then I've done chrysocolla for the beading to match. And Vivain is all about calling in your own magic and creating the world that you want to see. As a high priestess, she knows how to use her own strengths and gifts to create the world around her. So I've always really loved the high priestess stories from Avalon. And in fact, when I was able to take a sabbatical in England, I did go to Glastonbury, which is said to be where Avalon originally was. And it's really interesting because I found this book on the Morgans there, and which is spelled like I spell my last name, Morgen. And they were basically like 7 high priestesses that ruled Avalon together. And I thought that was really cool because it's my very rare spelling of my last name. So guess I have a little high priestess ancestry somewhere in there, which is great because I think of my pieces very much as kind of talismans that I or little spells in a way that I am giving to you so you guys can take the spell and then work your own magic in them. So here is Vivain, our high priestess. Let me show her in the sun. Here she is with that beautiful dark chrysocolla stone. It's really beautiful with the obsidian blended in, and it just gives it that gorgeous sort of dark coloring to it. We do have a show special for her. She is normally 2,700. She has a good show special. One of the best. She is 24 tonight, and then her layaway would be 480. So normally 27, but tonight 24 with 480 for the layaway. And of course that does include the chrysocolla chain. Okay, that was tray 1. So I'm going to do a quick recap of all of our trays. If you are new and joining me, I'm Kelly Morgan of Kelly Morgan Jewelry. I make all of these necklaces myself, and we are walking through them one at a time. If at any time you see a piece you like, if the price has already been said, you can say sold and then the name of the piece at any time, and whoever says sold first will get that piece. So let's let's review what we've done so far. Tray 1, we still have our panther. Our Great Blue Heron has sold. We still have the unicorn sun and the Amber Scarab. Our flower mouse has sold, and Malona, the goddess of bees, has sold. The koi fish pond is still available. We still have the Twilight Cat, the Sacred Key, and Vivain, the High Priestess of Avalon. And we're about to go into tray 2, which has Snow White and the Evil Queen, the Goddess of Dance, the Rabbit, the Cosmic Sun and Moon, Lady Liberty, Freya, the Norse goddess of magic, love, and beauty, the Golden Bee, the Tall Ship of Adventure, and the Bluebell Fairy. And then on tray 3, we have Yamaya, the African goddess of the ocean, Calliope, the goddess of epic poetry, Isis, the Egyptian goddess of creation and magic, the cosmic whale, the golden tiger, Artemis, the goddess of animals, the mirror unicorns, medicine woman, the goddess of healing, and the last unicorn, and Brigid, the Celtic goddess of rebirth, regrowth, the spring, and craftsman. So those are all the pieces we are walking through. Let's see. I'm gonna get tray 2 here.
Oh, sorry, love.
That's okay. I can easily reach it. I might need older pieces. So, okay, this is a set that went out in my email collection. Which I think was last collection in August. And I had a lot of fun with this, you guys. This is Snow White and the Evil Queen. So I have not shown them on a live show before. Let me zoom in here. And of course, I had to do them as a set. This is my first goddess with black hair. So she has a patina on her hair as black as ebony, skin as white as snow. And she is holding her sprig of flowers in the forest. She has a very intricate bodice with little hearts on it to symbolize her love, her kindness, all of the traits that make her the heroine in the fairy tale, with this really gorgeous dark blue sodalite behind her. So Snow White is our light side, our beauty, our love and kindness and compassion. And then our Evil Queen is the shadow side. So I feel like no fairy tale is complete without the shadow side. I have studied fairy tales for a very long time. I considered getting a PhD in them, but ultimately decided to work more on my jewelry instead. But my personal theory is that fairy tales show us they're basically all the characters are ourselves. So they're just different parts of us. And so every character is within us, as the Evil Queen is within us all with our shadow side. And is she really evil or just a super strong woman? I ask you. She is holding her golden apple. She has a cool bird skull on her corset here with a little moon. She has got her crown on. She symbolizes serenity, strength, being true to yourself, not listening to what society says. Basically all the things that quote unquote make women evil, right? So we have our two dualities here. She is on a gorgeous sunset jasper. So we have the two different colorways as well. We've got our red warm tones and our cool blue tones. So yes, I had so much fun creating this little set. Oh, she's in the forest with her trees behind her, the silver trees. So yeah, I don't know which one I like more. It depends. I guess it depends on the day if I want to embrace the light side or the dark side. I do have an offer on them as a set. I would love to sell them ideally as a set. So they are normally, I guess I'll individually, they are each $2,800, and then I'm doing a show special for $2,500 for each, and their layaway is $500. But if anyone wanted to get them as a set, I would take another $200 off. So instead of the set it would be 25 plus 25, it would be 5,000 together. But if you want to get them as a set, which I will give priority to, it would be $4,800 for both of them. And if you want to know the layaway price for that, just let me know and I'll work it out. I didn't write it down, but otherwise, if you want to get one individually, they are normally $28 each, but tonight they are $25. And let me play them out in the sun. Okay, there's our Snow White, our first piece with black hair, which was really fun to create. And then that dark blue sodalite on the back there. And then I will play the Evil Queen, quote unquote, evil in quotes, with her golden apple and then her beautiful sunset jasper there. So this was a lot of fun to create. I'll try on Snow White so you can see the scale too. I couldn't decide if I was going to do them in ovals or in the shield shape, but I am really glad I went with the shield shape because it let me get more details on the top, like the forest behind both of them. And I was really happy with how it came out. So here they are on. I will hold up both pieces. There they are. So yeah, love that shield shape. All right, that is our cool new set. Next up, we have the Goddess of Dance. She is, she's technically called Terpsichore in Grecian mythology. She was one of the muses and the muse of dancing and also chorus. So if any of you sing, I used to sing for years and years and years in a chorus. Terpsichore is our goddess. Here she is in her beautiful dance, full swing and dance. Her skirts are billowing around her. She has her hair majestically blowing in the breeze, and she is on this gorgeous purple charoite stone, which, as you can see, the Twilight Cat's charoite stone was very dark, but hers is a very bright royal purple with matching amethyst beads. And she reminds us that dance and singing and music both are truly a language that transcends words and connects every human and even a lot of animals too. It is a beautiful shared experience that really goes beyond what words can convey. So I always have a lot of love and appreciation for dance because it is arguably my weakest skill in the entire skill set I have. And I've tried a lot of times to improve it, but to no avail. I think all of my coordination is in my hands to make jewelry, and none is left to my legs, but that's okay. I like my fine detail skills. So here is our Goddess of Dance on the beautiful amethyst beads. I do have a video of her out amongst the flowers. You can really see that beautiful purple light up amongst the flowers there. And let's see, we do have a show special for her. She is normally $2,300. Oh, she is one of the bigger show specials too. She is $1,990 tonight, with her layaway being $498. And she does come with the amethyst chain as well for Terpsichore, our beautiful goddess of dance there. Okay, and then next up we have our rabbit talisman. This one I'm gonna zoom in on real quick. Rabbits, of course, symbolize abundance and prosperity. They of course, are very fruitful and multiply. And so our rabbit here is all about manifesting abundance and basically prosperity in life. It does have a little bit of engraving here. There we go. You can see the fur hand engraved on our rabbit with this really amazing stone. This is a really bright aqua jasper. So what was that? Oh, Sacred Key sold. Yay. Okay, let me go back to both cameras. Yay, Danica is getting our Sacred Key, which is
right here.
over there. Let me put it aside. Yay! I'm so glad, Danica. This is a really cool piece, and I think it has a lot of magic and potential in it, which I really love the story. So I will put that aside for you. Thank you so much. And if you can fill out our form at kellymorgan.com/thank you. Thank you so much for all of your support of the arts. And I know you're traveling right now, so I appreciate the effort to log in and be committed to seeing the show. So, yes. Oh, Newfoundland. That's amazing. Yes. International. I appreciate the sheer dedication. So, thank you very much. Yay. Oh my God, your bird is typing to me. That's great. the uh, the language that transcends animals is the keyboard, apparently. Yes, birds do love rabbits. Okay, back to our rabbit. Our rabbit is on this beautiful aqua mint jasper. I had another stone like this that I used for the unicorn sun a couple months ago, and it is gorgeous. I got two of them from the same stone cutter, and I've never seen anything like it. It's just this gorgeous, like bright aqua. So that's all I have of it. Just the unicorn sun sold, and then this rabbit with matching Amazonite beading, which I think matches like dead on. It's like a perfect color match there. So I will, oops, that's jewelry cam. I will try this one on and play our rabbit. There we go. There's our rabbit out in the sunlight on a sterling silver chain. And our rabbit is 1,200 with layaway at 400. And then if you would like to upgrade to the Amazonite chain, that one is 125, but otherwise it comes with the sterling silver chain. And I do have the sterling silver chains in 16, 18, and 20 as well. So I have multiple lengths in the sterling chains as well, whereas all the beaded ones tend to be 19 inches because they have a really nice wearability to them. You can like stack smaller pendants, you can wear longer stuff, and they go with kind of a variety of cuts. So that's where I like to do the beads too. Okay, that was our rabbit. And then next up, we have the Cosmic Sun and Moon and Lady Liberty. Let me grab jewelry cam here. Our Cosmic Sun and Moon is all about the classic balance of the sun and moon, day and night, yin and yang, the masculine and the feminine. And it reminds us to really make sure that we keep both parts of ourselves in balance, because our society tends to really value the masculine, the active, working hard, but the feminine, the art of receiving, being emotional, intuitive, that is not so valued. So I wanted to do a piece about the balance between the two. Our sun is made of 18 karat gold with 24 karat gold for the face, which again is dapped out. So it has like a sculptural sort of curve to it. Our silver moon, and then our little star in the sky there with a really gorgeous labradorite on the back. There we go. You can see it flash that sort of beautiful blue and a little bit of gold in it, which I thought was a nice dichotomy. We've got like the moon and the sun in the stone as well, which was really cool. And then, of course, the matching labradorite beading here. I will try it on for you and play it in the sun moon. Here it is out amongst the flowers. You can see that labradorite is really bright with those beautiful sort of blue and gold coloring on the back as well. And our matching labradorite beading. This one is priced at $2,500 because that sun is solid gold and so expensive. $2,500, and the layaway is $500 for our Cosmic Sun. Gold prices have like tripled in the last like 3 months. It's kind of terrifying. So I fortunately bought a lot of gold last year, so I do not have to crazily raise my prices, but I'm hoping that it will go back down before I have to buy it again, because a lot of jewelers, I'm in a few jewelers groups, and they are panicking because of how expensive gold is right now. But on the plus side, if you have any old vintage gold jewelry that you don't want anymore, Sell it. Oh my God. Sell it on eBay. Sell it for scrap. Like it's so high right now. So any of my pieces where I'm like doing solid gold, I'm like, oh boy, those are probably going to have to be massively raised next year. But that's a problem for next year, not a problem for this year. Okay, that was our cosmic sun. Then next up, we have Lady Liberty. And Lady Liberty is, of course, the goddess of in my opinion, the original values of America, which is welcoming the poor, the wretched, the downtrodden. I love that poem on the Statue of Liberty by Emma Lazarus, and every time I read it aloud, it makes me cry. So I will not read the whole thing out loud right now, but it's basically, give me your poor, your wretched, yearning to be free. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. So here is her golden lamp with this little candle flickering in hope. And to me, she is a symbol of all that we can still be. And so many of us are still carrying the torch in our hearts and fighting back and resisting and remembering the true spirit of America, which is to welcome and love those who come to our shores. So here she is with a beautiful blue sodalite stone on the back. I felt like it looked like kind of smoke, like from her lamp that she's carrying, just this beautiful tempest tossed storm on the back there with lapis beading. And then the 18 karat laurel leaves in her hair there. Let me try her on for you. Where is Lady Liberty? Here she is out in the sun with that beautiful, beautiful sodalite blue, reminding us to still hope and still resist. If you are having a hard time with all of the news like I am, she is a lovely piece to wear and remind you to do whatever you can, even if it's something small every day. I call my rep and my senators every single day, Monday through Friday. And so sometimes it's nice to have a little talisman of hope that you can actually wear. So she is 2,400, and then her layaway would be 480. And she does come with her matching lapis chain for Our Lady Liberty. Okay. And then next up we have the Golden Bee and Freya. Let's see. I'm going to do Freya first. She's on my list first. Okay. Freya is not focusing. Christian, can you help with the camera? I think, do I just turn it off and back on again?
Oh, what's going on?
It's just not focusing.
Oh, yeah. Let's turn it off and on.
Okay. So I just turn it off?
No.
No.
Right.
Okay. We're going to turn it off and back on again. Please hold.
This camera
once in a while it does that. Yes.
That camera cannot.
The me camera cannot. Okay, great. Perfect.
You
Okay,
can
we're
probably
back
click
in
on it.
business. Okay. So here we have our Freya, and Freya is the Norse goddess of magic, love, and beauty. She drives a chariot pulled by four giant cats in the spirit realm, which I love. And she is the queen of the Valkyries. So basically, the Valkyries shepherd the souls of fallen heroes back to Valhalla, and Freya is in charge of them. And she is also the queen of heaven and earth. So I have shown her here with a beautiful big flower crown. She is wearing her golden girdle that makes her irresistible. It is made out of 24 karat gold with some beautiful detailing on the bodice. And then on the back, we have another beautiful chrysocolla stone, but this one has some more golden tones in it. Which I thought was appropriate because her tears are said to turn into amber when they fall from the sky. And then she has chrysocolla beading to match here. And let me try her on and play her video. Here she is out in the sun. I really love the face on this one. It's always so hard for me to do the faces where they're looking at you, but I thought she came out really well. And there's that beautiful chrysocolla stone. And here she is. I made her a tiny bit smaller than the original design because I wanted her to be very wearable. So here she is, our masterpiece Freya. And we do have a show special for her. She is normally 2,800. Oh, we have a good show special for her. She's 2,500 tonight, and then 500 for her layaway price. And of course, does come with our chrysocolla chain there for our beautiful masterpiece Freya. I love doing Norse goddesses because they always have these really amazing stories behind them. Someday I'd love to do like her and a chariot being pulled by four cats, but I don't know how one would wear that. It'd be more of a tableau than a necklace, but I think she's very badass. So she is a wonderful. If you need a little extra strength, or sort of, what's the word? Like pizzazz, Freya is definitely the goddess for you. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. So okay, next up we have our golden bee. We did talk about bees a little earlier with Malona, our goddess of bees and honey. But as I was saying, bees are the spirit of hard work, but also remembering to enjoy that hard work and enjoy the sweetness of life. And so this bee is also very three-dimensional. It has a 24 karat gold head and body there. And as you can see, when I turn it, it's very dapped out. So it's quite sculptural. And then it has a little iolite stone in the center for its mid body with 18 karat gold wings. And then this really cool, this is a Pediorite stone. Let me zoom in here, a Russian Pediorite, which I got, Pediorite, which I got a long time ago that I'd been saving. And it's like a river of dark blue. It shimmers a little bit like tiger's eye, which is really cool. And this one actually has some specks of red and gold in it, which I thought was really gorgeous. So it's this kind of a very subtle one because the colors you can really only see like if you look very close. But yeah, I love it. It's such a cool stone. And then here's the detail on the front, which you can see, yeah, coming through on either side of the bee. And yeah, Charlotte, I know, right? Isn't this a cool one? But I do love your bee too. They're all different. They all have their own unique charm. And this one I did with the rainbow sapphires to match because I wanted kind of the purples and the blues in the rainbow sapphires to pick up some of the subtle colors on the back there. So I will try this one on. Here it is out in the light. You can see that beautiful dark blue Pediorite with that sort of really cool like red, almost little golden pieces on the back. It's really hard to capture on video, but it's very cool in person. Here's our bee. This one is 1990 with layaway at $498 for our bee, which does include the rainbow sapphires, or of course you can get it on a sterling silver chain as well. So, I'm glad you guys like the stone too. I really like this one and thought it was very cool. So I'm glad you guys enjoy it because I thought it was perfect for our beautiful little bee there. Okay, and then next up, let's see, we have the tall ship and the bluebell fairy, and then we'll do a quick recap because that will be all of tray 2. Okay. This is the tall ship of adventure. If you have been following me for a long time, you know that I do love tall ships. I do love the ocean. And so I had to create one that is loosely based on a Viking ship with a little swan prow there. This one is on a gorgeous sunset agate on the back. And of course, the tall ship of adventure reminds us that life is a journey, not a destination. And it's always best to have adventures and fun on the way there. So our ship is being tossed on a stormy sea with the clouds above. And this piece has that gradiated pearl beading. So they go all the way from dark pearls all the way up to these golden tones to capture the red and gold in the piece. And it has a little garnet clasp with a little teardrop garnet gemstone and a garnet accent stone to match. This is one of my classic pieces. I actually own a tall ship of adventure myself that I really love. And I will try it on. Most of my new ones have bails on them, so you can remove the chains and put either a gemstone or a chain on them. But my older pieces, this is not an older piece, but my older designs they are attached permanently to the beads, which means I can put those cool box clasps on them in the back with the gemstones, but you can't switch them. So pros and cons. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, ancient Egypt, fairies, goddesses, mythologies, ships, pirates, mermaids, unicorns. And what else? I also love cozy British murder mysteries. So I think we might be kindred spirits there. Many of the same interest. It brings us all together here. I feel like I used to think these things were like very specific to me, and like I'm the only grown adult that loves like mermaids and unicorns. But I have since realized I am not. And you guys are here and you're my community, and it's wonderful. And I feel so glad that I can still make them, because I was so nervous making my first unicorn pendant. I'm like, who is going to buy this? I'm going to buy it, but like I need to sell it. And so I like trepidatiously made the first one, and it got snatched up. And ever since then, I'm like, great, I can do a unicorn piece a year. I can do a mermaid piece a year. I can do a tall ship. It's great. So thank you guys for being weirdos like me. I deeply appreciate it. And speaking of fairies, our last piece from tray 2 is our Bluebell fairy.
You didn't say the price.
Oh, I didn't say the price of what? Oh, the tall ship. Yes, thank you. The tall ship is $1,400. A lot of my classic designs have lower pricing because I haven't yet caught up with actually raising their price. So the tall ship is $1,400 and the layaway is $467 for our tall ship. So if you are relatively new to my work and the classic designs are also new to you, I would highly recommend getting a classic design, because those prices are about 10 years out of date. So I will eventually have to raise them, but I'm leaving them for now. So okay, our Bluebell fairy, let me zoom in. She is holding her little bluebell stem, which has 3 different types of golds. We have 24 karat yellow, rose gold, and then 18 karat yellow gold. The rose gold is 14 karat. And then she has a little diamond in her beautiful little engraved bodice here, and then little hearts in the 3 different golds on her skirt as well. Then she has this beautiful charoite stone on the back, just this gorgeous royal purple. I feel like because I have so many charoite stones right now, people are getting spoiled for purple and thinking it's a normal color for me to have, but I never have purple. It's so rare. I think I have like one more charoite stone before they go away forever. So purple, it's rare. I know you guys see a lot of it lately, but it's just because I found this amazing treasure trove of purple stones and bought them all. So anyway, it is a very rare color. But our bluebell flower in the Victorian language of flowers symbolizes eternal love, and that's all types of love, be it platonic, be it friendship, be it self-love, be it romantic love. So our Bluebell fairy is celebrating in the Victorian language of flowers the eternal, everlasting power of love, which I think is very sweet and beautiful. So I will try her on. And to me, fairies also symbolize looking at things with new eyes. Like if you are walking in a garden, it's one thing, but if you are walking in a garden wondering if you might see a fairy, you have a very different experience. So I always think that fairies have the power to make us see the same landscapes with new eyes. So that is kind of what I think about whenever I create a fairy piece like her. Here she is out in the sun with that beautiful purple charoite. And she does have a show special. She actually has our best show special of the night. So she is normally $2,900 with all her detail and tiny little different types of gold. Tonight she is going to be $25 with her layaway at $500. And her matching amethyst stone, which does come with her. So again, normally $2,900, but tonight she is $25, which is our best show special of the night for our beautiful Bluebell fairy. Okay, that was tray two. So I'm going to do a quick recap. I'm assuming if people are still here, they kind of know who I am and about me. Let me know if you're new and you want me to do a quick recap of who I am and what I'm talking about. But otherwise, I'm going to assume that you know me. And so let's go over tray one. We still have our silver panther. The blue heron has sold. We still have the unicorn sun and the amber scarab. Our flower mouse has sold, and Malona, our goddess of bees and honey, has sold. We still have the koi pond and the twilight cat. Our sacred key has sold, and we still have Vivain, the high priestess of Avalon. Tray two, we still have Snow White and the Evil Queen, the Goddess of Dance, the Golden Rabbit Talisman, the Cosmic Sun and Moon, Lady Liberty, Freya, Freya, the Norse goddess of magic, love, and beauty, the Golden Bee, the Tall Ship of Adventure, and the Bluebell Fairy. And then our final tray, which we're going to go over now, we have Yamaya, the African goddess of the ocean, Calliope, the epic, the goddess, the muse of epic poetry, sorry, Isis, the Egyptian goddess of creation, the cosmic whale, the golden tiger, Artemis, the Greek goddess of animals, the mirror unicorns, medicine woman, the goddess of healing, the last unicorn, and Brigid, the Celtic goddess of spring, renewal, and craftspeople. I had a few tongue twisters in there. It's once in a while, I probably hold like 100 different stories of mythology and fairy tales in my head at any given time. But once in a while, your brain sort of goes like, moo, and I have a moment where I forget. Okay, so here up we have Yamaya. She is the African goddess of the ocean and prosperity and abundance. She was considered the mother of the ocean. And as all life comes from the ocean, so all life comes from Yamaya. So she is shown here in the form of a mermaid. You might recognize her as the logo of Starbucks. She is their double-tailed mermaid, and she has brought them a lot of prosperity and abundance. She is on a sunset jasper on the back here with garnet accents and more natural pearls, just like the tall ship, and the same garnet clasp as the tall ship there. And these ones are gradated from darker red to a slightly lighter red, but they don't go all the way to the golden pearls that the tall ship does. I wanted to keep her a little more in the red tones, since those are traditionally her colors. I will try her on. She is one of my classic pieces. She is actually owned by Whoopi Goldberg, who bought her online from me. And I did not understand what was going on, because she was using a name like her actual name, I think, is like Carol Johnson. And so she checked out as Carol Johnson, and then she wanted me to ship to Whoopi Goldberg. And I'm like, this is weird. Why is this lady like pretending to be Whoopi Goldberg? And I was like, will someone answer to that name at the door? And she's like, yes, they will, because I'm Whoopi Goldberg. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. So that was my hilarious story of like having no idea I had a celebrity client. But she has this piece too, which is very cool. And as one of my classic designs, she is still priced at $9.90. I have a few pieces that are still in the $9.90 category, but they will probably go up to $1,200 next year. But I will give a big heads up when that happens, since rising costs have been a little bit insane. But she is $9.90 with her layaway at $3.30. And here is her beautiful stone out in the sun, our mermaid goddess. So she is all about prosperity and abundance and manifesting anything that you need in your life. So I do love doing a mermaid piece here or there. So Lisa is asking about the Twilight Cat. Yes. Oops, sorry, wrong camera. I will do a recap at the end, Lisa, but the Twilight Cat we did have a show special. It is 1,700 normally, but the show special is 1,500, and then the layaway is 500, and then that comes with the sterling silver chain. If you want to upgrade to the black sapphires, those are 125. And I'll play the Twilight Cat video real quick. Here she is out in the sun with the beautiful purple charoite stone behind her. So you have the beautiful sort of dark purple charoite with sort of like angel hair thread running through it, and then the black sapphire beads for her. And I can show it to you at the end too when we go through all of the pieces and do our little question and answer session. So yeah, I'm like that too. I never know that I met. When I used to do shows with my mentor Heyoka, there were a lot of like rock stars that would come and they'd be like, "Oh my God, that was the lead singer of the Eagles," and we're like, "What?" We had no idea. Helpless when it comes to pop references, pop culture. I was always behind, but okay. What is Crumpet's in my frame?
No, if you go to the double, his head.
Oh, there's Crumpet, you guys. That's his little head right there, lying like he is dead on the floor. It's very hard to see, but yes, adorable. Thank you, Crumpet. Okay, next up we have Calliope. She is the muse of epic poetry, one of the 9 muses from Grecian mythology. She is holding her scroll. For any of those of you who are poets or writers, Calliope is your muse. She takes care of all writers and poets. She is shown here with her beautiful, solid golden hair, holding her scroll of epic poetry. And she is on a gorgeous rose imperial jasper, which just has the most soft sunset colors. I love it. It goes from like purple to pinks and reds to like a little touch of gold at the edge there. And then, of course, beaded with matching tourmaline and a little amethyst accent stone at the top there. Let me try her on. And this is going to be one of the last couple Calliopes I make. She might be the last. I am not sure. But after this one sells, I will not make her again for a while, mostly because the golden hair is going to be too expensive. She is priced at $2,400 with her layaway at $480. Here she is on those beautiful tourmaline beads, one of our few in the trapezoid shape. And let me play her. Here she is out amongst the sun and the flowers, and her hair is all solid 18 karat gold. A wonderful piece if you need any inspiration or are a writer of any kind and are a little bit stuck. You can call on Calliope, and she is going to help you with a little bit of inspiration or removing of writer's block. So she's one of my favorite goddesses when I'm doing the writing part of my work, which is like writing up descriptions or coming up with stories for goddesses. So, all right. Next up, we have Isis, and Isis is our Egyptian goddess of creation, of magic, of abundance, of rebirth. Isis is their biggest goddess, and so she has many, many attributes. I put the little cat in here to symbolize Bast, another of my favorite goddesses from Egypt. She has a little, no, that's not an anklet. It's an arm bracelet, a bracer, I guess you would say, on her arm with a little Ankh symbol on it to symbolize eternal life. And then she has 2 golden lotuses next to her, which were the Egyptian symbol of rebirth and regrowth because they grow from the riverbanks like clockwork every year. So she also has this amazing turquoise stone on it with the bright, bright blue, beautiful color there. And then, of course, matching turquoise beads and a little matching turquoise accent stone. And Isis is one of my favorite goddesses to bring in magic. If you need a little bit of extra magic in your life, Isis will help you manifest it and bring it in. As the goddess of creation, she also helps with anything you want to create, any intentions, whether I always feel like, it can be so different from person to person, like whether you're a writer, as we were just talking about, or you just want to like bring in like better cooking skills or better listening skills. Like that is the type of magic that we can all manifest, if we just keep an intention about it. So here she is on the beautiful turquoise beads. I do have a video of her out in the sun. And she is also one of my classic pieces. So she has a bit of a lower price. She is 1800 with her layaway being 450, and that just stunning turquoise stone on the back. I've done Isis before, but I usually have done her with red tones, and I've never done her in that bright turquoise stone before. So I really love how she came out. I don't have a lot of this like classic turquoise left, but I'm hoarding the few pieces that I still do have left. Oh, and she was also, one of her names was Star of the Sea. So I love wearing her with like my little star pendant. Like she is the Star of the Sea right above her. So she had a lot of they had some wonderful cool names for her, like She Who Makes Right Use of the Heart and the Star of the Sea. And there's like a queen of something too that I'm forgetting, but they always have those wonderful, like, I was like, I wish someone would come up with a cool epithet for me, like She Who Makes Right Use of the Jeweler's Saw, or that would be awesome. Okay, next up we have
Price.
Oh, price. Did I give price? Yes, I gave the price. It was 1800 with her layaway at 450. Yep. Thank you, Christian, by the way, for putting the pricing in both of the chats so everyone can see them. I think that is helpful. Okay, we have our golden tiger, and the tiger here is made from makume gane, which is a sheet of folded bronze and silver that I made myself in England. Which took over a week to mill a sheet of it, and it was insane, and I will never do it again. But it did come out really cool and does look a lot like tiger stripes. And this tiger has the setting sun behind him in kind of an Asian motif style, with a gorgeous piece of tiger's eye behind it. It just really shimmers like this beautiful liquid gold. And this one I have chosen to put golden pearls on. These are permanently attached because the bail is smaller. But if you did want me to either put this on the new Hessonite beads I have, those amber ones I was showing at the beginning of the night, or a sterling silver chain, I could easily do that. I just wanted to do it on a bit of a different beading option because I thought the pearls were really beautiful. And the tiger symbolizes, very similar to the panther, like inner strength, inner fire. So if you have been tired, if you are a bit lacking in vitality, the tiger will help you kind of rekindle your fire and your passion and determination in life. So that is our medicine of the tiger. I will try this on and play the video, which is there. There we go. Our tiger out amongst the flowers. Yeah, I really felt like the golden pearls like matched it so perfectly. I was just sad that you can't like remove them like you can because the bail is a bit small for the pearls. So if anyone does want them on just a normal chain, I'm happy to. I would cut off the pearls and put it on a regular chain. But here it is with the golden pearls. This one is priced at $1,400 with the layaway at $467 for our golden tiger talisman. I think I have like one more piece of the makume gane before it is gone forever. And I have been looking up like if I can, replace it with commercially made makume gane, but it does not look good. It's like they're more like circles, so they might work for something that I don't know had like maybe a cheetah or something, but like they're not like striped with cool patterns or animal fur. So I'm like, once I use up my own sheet, I'd have to figure something out. Okay, next up, tiger, we have Artemis. Artemis is our goddess of animals from the Grecian mythology. You may also remember her name Diana from the Roman mythology. And she was the goddess of animals, the goddess of the hunt, the goddess of the forest, the goddess of healing, especially for women and children. She is basically, yeah, our independent, nature loving goddess. So she is holding her cat companion here and has a beautiful purple jasper on the back. This is a little bit different than the charoite stones I've been showing because it has a little bit of a softer purple. And then she's a little amethyst accent stone with amethyst beading there. I love the expression on this one. I've made a few Artemises in my day, but I always try to give them a really sweet expression. So I really like how she came out there. I will try her on. She is one of my classic pieces. So she is only 1,200 with her layaway at 400. Here she is on her purple amethyst beading. And let me play her in the sun. There she is out amongst the flowers with her beautiful amethyst accent there and the purple jasper on the back. And yeah, one of my favorite goddesses. I think she's the goddess I've been making the longest in my career. I made a Diana version in my first year of business that I still have because I very much always she was my patron goddess for a very, very long time. Like independent, wild forest maid, loved animals, running free. That was me. And then it kind of shifted a little bit to Persephone because I dealt with a lot of loss and grief in my life. And Persephone is the goddess that helps us go into the underworld and is like a shepherd and a guide. So my goddesses have been Diana and Persephone most notably, but I always have a soft spot for Artemis and any goddess of animals. So that is one of my favorites. All right, and then we have our cosmic whale. This one is whales are considered to be the protectors of the ocean, and they are all about gentle strength. So they remind us that even though we are strong, we must also endeavor to be kind and gentle. They are also the memory keepers. And so they remind us to keep our memories alive and hold close to our hearts. So this whale is floating in the deep blue sea or possibly the cosmic night sky because of his lapis with these beautiful little stars behind him, like little stars in the sky. And then he has a few stars and moons in his body. And then this amazing bright electric blue lapis on the back, which is wild. It's like this, I got this stone and I'm like, it's two different stones. It's like the night sky here with like that bright blue and then the little stars in it. And then bam, it's like insanely bright blue on the back. It's so cool. This one has the lapis beading to match. And I will try it on real quick and play the movie. Here is our whale outside. Yeah, I sort of think of him as like flying through space and time and also the sea. Yeah, it's so bright it blew out my camera when I when I flipped it over. Just like a wild piece of lapis there. This is also one of my classic pieces and is priced at $1,400 with the layaway at $467 for our whale there. Okay, and then next up, we're almost finished with our last tray, and then we can do some Q&A, and if anyone wants to see any of the pieces at the end or ask me any questions, that would be the time. So let me blast through our last four pieces, and then we can do some Q&A. Okay, we have Medicine Woman. She is our Native American goddess of healing, of basically like finding your path in life, which is why she has the wild geese here in her hair. They symbolize direction and purpose. So she reminds us that we all have a gift and a special purpose. And then she is also the goddess of healing, whether that be physical healing or emotional healing or any trauma that we need to process to move on with our purpose in life. She is on a gorgeous ocean jasper. This is a one-of-a-kind stone I have not seen before. That is just really cool. You always can tell it's ocean jasper because it has these little circles which are formed on the bottom of the ocean. Very cool. And then she has a mystic topaz as her accent stone, which is sort of a gradient between green and purple. And then these beautiful raven wings pearls. Let me see if I can get them in my hand, which they're kind of silver purple, but they shimmer all different colors. They have a little bit of green to them, a little bit of gold to them, a little bit of blue, which I thought was like a perfect, like kind of mystical match to the ocean jasper there. Let me try her on. She is also one of my classic pieces, and she is 1800, with her layaway being 450 for our medicine woman. And I will play her video here. There she is out amongst the flowers with her beautiful and rare ocean jasper stone there. And yeah, just a wonderful piece if you are looking for any sort of healing and any moving on from either physical trauma or emotional trauma. She is wonderful at giving new purpose and movement forward. So that is our medicine woman. And yeah, Christian, did you hear her price, or are you busy petting Crumpet? He's petting Crumpet.
He wanted to be where the jewelry was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. To eat the jewelry. No, that's okay. Christian will get the price on there. So yeah, I really felt like this design does pop on the stone. I wanted like a dark design since she's got a lot of silver. I wanted it to like really come through with the contrast. So yeah, I was really happy with that stone. All right, next up, we've got our two unicorn pieces. We did show the unicorn sun earlier tonight. And yeah, as I was saying, I love unicorns. To me, they symbolize just this wonderful sense of childlike wonder and reminder that we all hold that inner wonder in our heart still. And there are things that we can still get really passionate and excited about. So don't let your joy go out. Always remember what rekindles you and hold that really sacred and special to you. So first up, we have our last unicorn. This is based on the film, The Last Unicorn, in the book by Peter S. Beagle, which is arguably one of my favorite movies and one of my favorite books. I was obsessed with this as a child. I saw it at age 5, and I think it imprinted on my tiny brain because the art style was very Art Nouveau in a lot of ways. And so I feel like a lot of my design harkens back to this beautiful movie. So we have our unicorn here standing in the golden wood with the beautiful golden trees behind her. And then she is on this gorgeous rose imperial jasper with this beautiful sort of cream and gold and rose coloring to it with matching garnet beads here. I will try her on. She is priced at $2,200, and then her layaway is $550. She will probably be going, she will be going up to $2,400 next time I make her, because of the solid gold top. So this will be our last unicorn. Oh, that's funny. I made a pun. This will be our last unicorn at $2,200. But she is also called The Last Unicorn. Let me play her video. Here she is out amongst the flowers with, and her horn I actually made from a piece of 24 karat gold that I hand twisted. So the horn itself has a little bit of 3D dimensionality to it, which is cool. So here is our last unicorn on some very sparkly garnets. And then our other unicorn piece is the Celtic harp mirror unicorns. So these are all done from solid gold. They have a little diamond accent at the bottom there with a mother of pearl stone on the top, and then little Celtic harps on either side, since unicorns are very central in Celtic mythology as well. And on the back, it is all backed with solid sterling silver and a very intricate Celtic knot, where you can just see the mother of pearl stone peeking through. So this one is reversible. It's a little more abstract and Celtic on the back here with the silver. And then if you flip it over, it is the solid gold side with the beautiful mother of pearl. And the bail is solid gold as well. And then the beading is this beautiful opalite. I hope I can, yeah, it's focusing again, which they're not actually opals. They're like a lighter strain of opals, but you can see they're like almost electric blue with the with the black behind them, which is really cool. I thought they were a really good match for the light mother of pearl there. But this, of course, could be swapped for a gold chain if you have any. I just don't sell them anymore because it's just so insanely expensive. I don't feel like people are going to pay $2,000 for a gold chain. So I keep doing my beading work. Okay. Yes, this was like the tiniest saw because it got very, very small. I do have special saw blades for tiny, tiny, tiny work. I don't break them out too often because they break all the time and they are very hard to thread through. But this was some super small saw work, and it is, as you can see, it is a very small and delicate piece there. So let me play. There they are out in the sun. I do have it on a gold chain just so you can see what it would look like with all gold, which is very striking as well. And then, of course, the crazy saw work on the back in our little Celtic knot there, which I thought was really beautiful. All right. And then, price on that one. Yes, we do have a show special, our last show special of the night. They are normally $2,800 because of the solid golds. And tonight they are $2,500 with the layaway being $500. And, of course, they come with the opalite beads as well. Do you ever hold up two necklaces if one already sold? Yeah, I can. I put the sold ones off to the side. So if you're like, I want to see like Lady Liberty compared to the Sacred Key just to see the size, or to see if you want to like someday buy that sold one if it comes back, I'm happy to hold up and compare. So they just obviously can't be sold again. So okay. And then our final piece of tray 3, and then we'll do our recap, is Brigid. And she is the Celtic goddess of rebirth and spring and craftspeople and poetry. She has it all. Brigid is the Celtic mother goddess. So she is the goddess of many, many things in the Celtic tradition. She is here next to, let me zoom in here. So she is based off a painting by the painter Alphonse Mucha, who is the father of Art Nouveau. I'm sure if you don't know who he is off the top of your head, if you Google Mucha posters, you will instantly recognize him. He is an incredible, wonderful painter, and I'm actually licensed by the family to create his pieces and carry on his tradition. So she is based off a Mucha painting, but instead of just giving her a feather, a quill for writing and poetry, I also gave her a hammer, since she is the goddess of metalsmithing and crafting as well. So I really loved doing a little nod to metalsmithing in the piece, since I, of course, am a metalsmith. She has some of the most detail I've ever put in a piece. She has a really intricate little headpiece and hairstyle with a little diamond in her 24 karat gold headdress there. And then she is on this beautiful, this is a rose imperial jasper. Very similar. The last unicorn was also a rose imperial jasper, but this one is a really, really light sort of pale pink to her. And then, of course, she has the matching tourmaline beads there. Let me try her on. Yeah, I really love this design. I love classic Art Nouveau goddesses, and especially I love Mucha, so I really enjoy doing Mucha style Art Nouveau goddesses because they tend to get very intricate. So here she is on, and then I do have a video. Here she is out amongst the flowers with that beautiful, I love the stone with her. I don't have too many like pale pink stones like that anymore. They used to be more common, but they have been slowly mined out, and they just have this really like sort of, I don't know, like almost like dusty lavender feel that I think is so pretty. And she is priced at $29.50, and then her layaway would be $4.92 for Brigid. So yeah, I feel like she's a little bit of an underrated design. I've had this piece for a little while, but I haven't really shown her, talked about her in a little bit. So I wanted to give her moment because I think she is a really cool design. All right, so that was all of our 30 pieces. If you made it this far, well done. I am impressed. I will now show all of the pieces. one more time and tell you what's sold and what's not. And so this is basically your time for talking. So if you are like, I want to see this piece next to this piece, I want to see these three pieces, let me know. As get ready as I go through the trays to be like, okay, these are the pieces I have my eye on. And then I'll just go down in order of the comments, whichever platform they may be on. We already have a request from YouTube that, yeah, you want to see Malona next to the last unicorn. I can totally do that. You're first in line. And I shall show the trays now. Okay, so we have the Silver Panther still available. The Great Blue Heron is sold. The Unicorn Sun is still available. The Amber Scarab is still available. The Flower Mouse has sold. Malona the Beekeeper has sold. The Koi Fish Pond is still available. The Twilight Cat is still available. The Sacred Key has sold. And Vivain, the High Priestess of Avalon, is still available. We still have Snow White and the Evil Queen. The Goddess of Dance, Terpsichore. The Rabbit Talisman. The Cosmic Sun and Moon. Lady Liberty. Freya, the goddess of magic, love, and beauty from Norse mythology, the Golden Bee, the Tall Ship of Adventure, and the Bluebell Fairy. And then we still have Yamaya, the African goddess of the ocean, Calliope, the muse of epic poetry, Isis, the Egyptian goddess of creation, the Whale Talisman, the Golden Tiger, Artemis, the goddess of animals, the Mirror Unicorns, the Medicine Woman, the Last Unicorn, and Brigid, the Celtic goddess of spring, renewal, and craftsman. So those are all of the pieces that we have been exploring.
Everybody filled out their form.
Everybody filled out their form.
Jasper.
Oh, Jasper. Yes. Jasper, if you are still on, we will need you to fill out your form. Which is kellymorgan.com/thank-you. And it basically just asks for the shipping address and whether you want pay in full or layaway. So please do fill that out and claim your piece. Okay. And then we have a request for, oh yes, and Lady Liberty. Can you grab me Lady Liberty? This is also the part of the night where all holds are off. So I have said the prices of every piece, which means that at any point you can claim any piece. You can say sold, whatever, assuming it hasn't sold already. I'm just showing Malona for scale here. But yeah, if somebody else requested to look at it, but you want to buy it, feel free. This is the Wild West portion of the night. So now that I have said the price officially, anyone who says sold first will get that piece. So just tell me which piece you want, because sometimes I talk about different things. And Rebecca would like to see the Twilight Cat with a light purple chain near it. Yeah, absolutely. And the Scarab. Okay, great. Rebecca, you're up as number 2. And please, you guys, ask your questions now. I have a couple people that like to wait until the show is over and then email me. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, no, I'm here. I'm right here. I want to talk to you. It's so much easier for me to talk, and emails take forever. So like, if you have any questions, don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. If you're like, I want you to hold up 2 pieces and like show them next to each other, totally fine. So this is your time. No question is too, well, there's no stupid questions because we're just showing pieces. So yes, ask me your questions now. If you are watching the replay of this and you would like to email me, that is fine. I'm not trying to be mean, but if you are on the show, I would love to answer your questions right now. My cat is, oh, okay. I thought you meant my actual cat, but great. Okay, so yes, we are comparing Malona and Lady Liberty and the Last Unicorn for scale. They're actually all very similar sized, which is interesting. Yeah, pretty similar in height. And then, yeah, so Malona is our goddess of honey and beekeeping. She has sold, I think, to your brother, if I'm reading that situation correctly, with this very cool golden, what was it? Flower jasper in the beautiful golden tones. Yeah, you've managed to pick like my primary color gradient. You've got our red warm tones, our blue cold tones, and then our beautiful sort of amber yellow tones. It's the back of unicorn too. Yeah, that actually is a good question. These ones are all smooth. Occasionally they will have like a crystal pocket or a druzy or something. But all of these are totally smooth. No crystal pockets or anything on them. Here's our sodalite. Looks like a blue storm to me, like a beautiful crystalline storm on the back of Lady Liberty. And then here is our unicorn. Yeah, there's like a tiny bit of texture on this little cream part, but it's not like how do I say? It's not like a pocket in the stone or like a vein in the stone. It just has a tiny bit of like, I'm not sure what you would call it. I guess there's like, yeah, it's pretty smooth. This is a tiny vein that has, I can kind of put my fingernail in it like a tiny bit. Most stones will have some sort of like little tiny vein or natural texture to them. So I guess it's not perfectly smooth. There's like a tiny bit of, that's a tiny little vein. So if that makes sense. Okay. And then here is our beautiful unicorn, our last unicorn with the golden forest and the garnet beading. And then let me know if you want me to try any of them on or show you the videos of anything. So yeah, stone birthmarks, exactly. They all have like a little bit of like tiny veining, but for the most part, I would call all of these smooth because some of my stones do have like pronounced crystal pockets, which I do try to call out when I am showing them, just so people know that it's like not perfectly smooth, but I do love a crystal pocket. So and then our pricing, Malona was on show special. She was $2,200. Lady Liberty was $2,400, and the unicorn was $2,200. So all in a similar range, and they all come with their chains as well. So let me know if you want me to try any of them on next to each other, or if you're happy with that. And I'm going to move on to the Twilight Cat and the Scarab. Could you grab me the Scarab, love?
Crumpet says otherwise.
Oh, Crumpet is demanding brushing. Yes, this is a great time for that, Crumpet. Mom needs to buy you kibble. Can't have it all, Crumpet. Okay, and then a light amethyst chain. Great, I have one. Yeah, that's light. Okay. Perfect. Yay. Okay. You got to see all three. Perfect. I will place these aside for the moment. And Malona off to the side. And then I'm using Artemis for her beads for the moment. So we're going to put her here and let's see. And then I will put, yeah, I think, Rebecca, you're curious to know if the Twilight Cat would look good with lighter beads. And the answer is absolutely. I just decided to tone it down with the black sapphires, but she could go either way. Let's see how we do this. So elegant here. Yes, she could easily be lightened up with the lighter purple. Let me turn it over so you can see. Oh, you know what? I should just take the black sapphires off. What is wrong with me? Because I could do that. I'm like struggling over here. Okay, there we go. So yes, as you can see, she goes great with the lighter amethyst. And I am happy to either bead an amethyst, a lighter amethyst up for you, or you might actually already have one. And then here she is with the beautiful charoite stone, which matches the amethyst great. And our Twilight Cat was my first long-haired cat. So if we zoom in here, get jewelry cam in, you can see that she is engraved with those beautiful little long hairs that we love so much in our kitties. She has 2 golden flowers next to her, and then a very Art Nouveau little design around her with the beautiful charoite stone. And she symbolizes the guardian and protector of our hearts, since cats in ancient Egypt were considered to be protector spirits and guardians of the spirit world. I kind of think of cats today as the guardians of our hearts and protector spirits. So that is my little take on cats. And then I will hold her up here. I'll put the rainbow sapphires back on. Our Twilight cat does have a show special. She is normally 1,700, and then her show special is 1,500 with layaway at 500. And then if you did want to upgrade to either a black sapphire chain or a purple amethyst chain, it would be 125. And let me play her video, and then I will move on to the scarab. There she is out in the sunlight with that beautiful cherry white, and she is shown with the rainbow black sapphires here, but I do think she would look equally great with the amethyst. I had to make a choice. I went the darker path. Okay, and then next up we have our golden scarab with the amber. This is from a trip from the Baltic states to the Baltic states that I took with my choir. I bought a little Baltic amber pendant, and I have used the amber in this piece, which I have been saving for many a decade. Our scarab symbolizes rebirth and rising above, since the scarab was the ancient Egyptian symbol for renewal and rebirth, and it is made from solid 18 karat gold with the wings of sterling silver. And then this one is very three-dimensional. It's actually dapped out with a bit of a three-dimensional little, what do you call that? The carapace of the beetle. I don't know how you pronounce that. But yeah, its little back is actually very three-dimensional. And then on the back, we have the solid silver with a little bit of amber peeking through. And then, of course, these beautiful hessonite garnet beads. Oh, you're filming me. Okay. It's like, what is...
It's for the behind the scenes.
Okay, Christian's doing behind the scenes. Hessonite garnet beads that are they just look like fire to me, like fire opals. They're so gorgeous. I only got 2 strands of these, so once they're gone, they're gone. But I thought they were so perfect with the amber. And then the scarab does have a show special, which I have to find. Normally 1990, but tonight it is 1,700 with layaway at 425, and that does include the hessonite garnet chain, or of course you could get it on a sterling silver chain if you wanted. And I will play scarab. I will play the video here. And you can see that beautiful amber out in the sun there for our scarab. And of course the back with the little amber peeking through. On any translucent stone, I like to cut a little hole in the back because you want to let the light through and make sure the stone maintains that like beautiful light quality to it. So, okay, let me know if that answered your question, Rebecca, if that was what you wanted with the Twilight cat, and I will hold them up next to each other. The scarab is the smallest one I have, and I think the cat is the second smallest, except for the rabbit, which is a tiny bit smaller. So there are those two. And then we have a request for Yamaya. Yes, here she is. Both cams. Okay. Yamaya is our African goddess of abundance and the ocean, prosperity, and manifesting. She is the logo that you have seen on Starbucks. They have done very well with her as their patron goddess. She is often showed as a double-tailed mermaid. And the idea is that she is the mother of all life, for as all life began in the ocean, all life begins with Yamaya. So she is a wonderful piece for abundance, for manifesting anything. She has hand-stamped little scales on her tail here that I do for all my mermaids with a little crown of starfish. And then she is on a beautiful sunset jasper here. And of course, she does have the matching pearls. So we have a gradient from the darker pearls all the way up to a slightly lighter red with little garnet spacers in between. And then, of course, a garnet matching accent stone on the front there. And she is one of my classic designs. So she is still priced at $9.90. And then her layaway is $3.30 for our Yamaya. Let me put her on real quick. And she's one of the ones with the box clasp. So she still has a little garnet accent stone on her clasp there. And you can see here she is. I think you were asking about the Twilight Cat too, Lisa, so I can hold them up next to each other. Twilight Cat is a little bit smaller, but Yamaya is one of my I would say one of my smaller goddesses. So if you do prefer things on the smaller side, she's a good goddess because she is one of my smaller ones. And then let me play her video. Maya, there she is out in the sun with the beautiful red sunset jasper. Red is her traditional color, so I love doing her with red jasper because it's very very traditional in African mythology. And of course, I wanted the beading to match with those. Whoops, I keep hitting the wrong button. Wanted the beading to match with those beautiful red freshwater pearls. So. There is our Yamaya. Does anyone have any other questions? This is your time. Let me know if you want to see anything next to each other, compare any pieces. Let me show the trays again really fast so you can take one more look and see if there's anything else you want to see up close. Tray 1, we still have the Silver Panther, but the Great Blue Heron has sold. We still have the Unicorn Sun. We still have the Amber Scarab. The Flower Mouse has sold. Malona, the goddess of bees, has sold. We still have the Koi Fish Pond. We still have the Twilight Cat. The Sacred Key is sold. Oh, and it looks like Yamaya is sold. So yay! Hold on, I will get to that. We still have Vivain, the goddess of Avalon, the High Priestess. We still have Snow White and the Evil Queen. We still have the goddess of dance, Terpsichore, the Rabbit Talisman, the Cosmic Sun and Moon, Lady Liberty, the goddess of liberty, Freya, the Norse goddess of magic, love, and beauty, the Golden Bee, the Tall Ship of Adventure, the Bluebell Fairy. Yamaya just sold, yay. We still have Calliope, the epic goddess, or the muse of epic poetry. We still have Isis, the Egyptian goddess of creation, the Cosmic Whale, the Golden Dragon, Artemis, the goddess of animals, the Mirror Unicorns, Medicine Woman, the Last Unicorn, and Brigid, the Celtic goddess of rebirth, spring, and poetry. So yay, Lisa, you are getting our beautiful Yamaya piece. I'm so glad. I love this piece. She's such a beautiful classic mermaid. So I think you will super love her. So round of applause for our patron of the arts, Lisa. If you could just fill out my form at kellymorgan.com/thank you. It will just ask for your name, your shipping address, and if you'd like layaway or pay in full. So if anyone picked pay in full, why is Christian laughing?
I agree with Rebecca. I love that piece.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see a comment. I will get that. We'll get back to that. Invoices.
Okay, so we have an invoice from...
Just tell me if we're missing anybody. But the question is, if you picked pay in full, Christian will be sending you an invoice or may already have sent you an invoice. If you could please check your email and pay it tonight, that would be great. I love getting sleep at night and not worrying about it. So it would be amazing if you can pay your invoices. And then if you picked layaway, as soon as I get off the show, I will send you your invoice. So if you can just wait around for like 10 minutes after the show, check your email and pay your first layaway deposit, that would be amazing. I live for the shows when I go to sleep and everything is paid off. It's like, thank you, I can sleep soundly. So do an artist a favor. Okay, we're going to continue with our questions. Oh, yes, Rebecca, the modern witch. So I was going to wait and hold her till Halloween, but I do have another witch coming. So if you want, I can show her to you right now. Christian can get her out. She's like right over there. And you guys, it's never tacky to ask about pieces that I'm not showing. I have a fair inventory that I've been building for years and years. And so I pick which ones go on each live show. And that sometimes means that pieces don't get sold. So if you're pretty positive I still have a piece and you don't know the price and you want to see it on a live show, I am happy to show them. So feel free to ask In fact, I think 2 live shows ago, we had somebody who asked for a piece that wasn't on the live show and bought it. So I'm thrilled with that. Is the last unicorn the same length as the unicorn sun? That's a good question. Can I have the unicorn sun?
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, we'll show her. We'll show the modern witch real quickly because she's a badass piece, and I love her.
You still have that video over there.
And I do still have the video. The unicorn sun is a little smaller, so that's interesting. She's a little bit tinier, probably because I was trying to keep the gold from not being like $10,000. So I assume that's what you mean by length. The length of the beading is always the same. It is 19 inches. So does Malona come with the beaded necklace? Yes, she does. If you want the beaded necklace, Jasper, if you would prefer the sterling silver chain, just let me know by selecting the sterling silver chain in the drop down menu. But you know, the beaded necklaces are cool, and you can remove them to swap them out for sterling silver chains. So either way is fine. Yes, you did mean the pendant length. Okay. Yeah. Unicorn sun, a tiny bit shorter. So, okay, that's not going to work. Hold on. I'm going to put Yamaya aside. There she is. Okay. And then let's hold up. Yeah, I would call the last unicorn a medium piece, not a large piece. And I would actually call the unicorn sun a small to medium piece. It is on the daintier side, because you can see for scale Yamaya next to it, which is like arguably one of my smallest goddesses. So yeah, I would say that unicorn sun is small to medium and the last unicorn is medium. So hopefully that helps. I think they're the same width though. So yeah, feel free to ask questions like this, guys, because it's a great time to compare and contrast. So
Wasn't in the roll.
it wasn't in the roll. Well, it has to be in the roll.
Maybe it's in this box.
No, it's in one of the rolls. Here, bring me the rolls. I want to see it. Oh, Chris, you're wearing your Moonlight Witch. I'm so glad. Yeah, Chris ordered the Moonlight Witch after dreaming about her forever. So I just custom made her one on a similar labradorite stone. I do love doing my witches. So Christian, she's definitely in a roll. I just saw her. So can you bring me the rolls? No, he's not listening. That's okay. If I could hand you my fauna necklace to hold next to unicorn, I would. Oh, yeah, actually. Well, I have held both. Fauna is a tiny bit bigger than the unicorn sun. Like, she's an oval, but she's a tiny bit bigger. And then I would say she's a little bit shorter than... She's in between. She's in between, basically. But not by much. She would be a little bit shorter than the last unicorn. But yeah, pretty much basically the oval version, if that makes sense, the oval version of this size. So like if this piece was an oval, this would be cut off and this would be cut off and this would be cut off. So yeah, very similar. I do remember, I do creepily remember all the pieces I've made and their size. So you can't find it? Can you, here, just hand me the roll.
It's not there.
Sometimes Christian has an issue with finding things, so I am very fast at finding things. He is less fast at finding things, so that is why I'm in charge. There she is, right there. Great. They call me ADHD. It's makes things that other people can see invisible. It's a magic power. Okay, we're showing the modern witch just because I want to, and she's awesome. Here she is, our modern witch, on a crazy shimmery labradorite stone. She is wearing her turtleneck. Her long hair streams behind her with her tiny little cat companion on her broom. This was a little bit of Kiki's Delivery Service, Studio Ghibli inspired. She has a little diamond pattern on her pants there that I'm going to zoom in. And she is our fearless modern witch who reminds us that you need a little bit of magic and witchery to survive these day and age. And she is proud and loves her own magic. So here she is on the back. It's a very light labradorite with like these cool, like light, bright, golden electric blue on it. I really like that. It's softer than some of my darker labradorite. So yeah, it is very next gen practical magic. Exactly. She's got her little moon and stars, and of course her labradorite chain. And then I do have her video because I keep all of these videos stored. That's why it takes me so long to find the video because I'm always scrolling. So here she is out in the sun, our modern witch. I have no idea what she costs because she's not on my price list.
Oh, well, here, let me look up the last
But
price list.
yeah, can you, if you go to the price list
Yeah,
and you
and then
search
just
for
scroll.
modern, you should find it.
She was in the last one.
She was in the last show.
She's 2,900 normally.
2,900 normally.
Do you want to do a show special?
Sure. Why not?
I mean,
What is the show special?
the last time you did a show special, you did it for 2,700.
2,700. Okay.
I mean, but 2,900 is what you're supposed to
Okay.
go for.
So normal price 2,900. Last time I did 2,700. So sure. And what's the layaway on that?
That's 540.
540. Okay. Well, that is our modern witch. Very fun to display. So, and I love her broom. I think she has a great silhouette. Oh, Jasper is your son. Oh, yay. You've got a group event going on here. That's perfect. I'm so glad. I thought that might be because you were like, oh, my family's getting me one. So I was like, I don't recognize the name Jasper. I wonder if that's part of your family. So I'm so glad we're going with Malona. Yay. And now you can see the other pieces if you want to get them in the future. Now you know all the scales and comparisons. So okay, last call. It is 10 o'clock. We're at our 2-hour mark. Do you guys want to see the trays one more time or are we good? Let me know. I can breeze through the trays one more time or we can say goodnight. I'll breeze through them. One more time. Last call, guys. I'm going to go really fast. All right. Silver Panther still available. Blue Heron sold. Unicorn Stun still available. Amber Scarab surprisingly still available. I'm surprised, guys. I thought that would get snatched up, but Flower Mouse Flower Mouse sold. Malona, Goddess of the Bees sold. Koi Fish Pond still available. Twilight Cat still available. Sacred Key sold. Vivian, Goddess of Avalon sold. Or not sold. Oh my God, what is wrong with me, guys? Sorry, she's still available. Snow White and Evil Queen available. The Goddess of Dance still available. The Rabbit Talisman, the Cosmic Sun and Moon, Lady Liberty, Freya, the Norse goddess of magic, love, and beauty, the Golden Bee, the Tall Ship of Adventure, and the Bluebell Fairy, all still available. And lastly, Tray 3 Yamaya has sold. We still have Calliope, the Muse of Epic Poetry, Isis, the Egyptian goddess of creation, the Cosmic Whale, the Golden Tiger, Artemis, the goddess of animals, the Mirror Unicorns, the Medicine Woman, the Last Unicorn, and Brigid, the Celtic goddess of renewal, spring, and poetry. And then we did go over the modern witch, who I am wearing now. So let me know, last call, if anyone has any questions. If you are watching the replay and see something that you love, this was the final call of what has sold and what hasn't. So feel free to email me and let me know. I can, if you weren't able to see the show because it was too late, I can honor the show specials for like another 24 hours or so. Assuming you were not on the show. So just let me know. And I'm happy to tell you. So that's great. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, yes. You left it up to him. That's really smart, actually. When you're like, I love them all. I can't decide. Let it be a gift from my family. I love that. They can decide which one is meaningful to them too. So that's beautiful. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here, for supporting my art. I'm so glad that I got to be here with you. My next show will be on Instagram. It will be the Halloween show. I've got some cool new pieces coming up for that. If you like spooky, witchy stuff. And yeah, that will be October, I want to say 23rd. So right before Halloween on Instagram. And that will be the last of the live shows. This was our last Facebook live show of the year, and our Instagram one will be the last live show of the year. So thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all for your support. I could not do it without you. I was really excited about a lot of the pieces here tonight, so I'm really glad I got to share them with you. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Good night.